And welcome back to more of Slice of Sci-Fi. I'm Michael Armenegay.
And I'm Summer Brooks.
And on the phone with us, again, is Bridget Regan. You know her better as Kaylin from TV's Legend of the Seeker. How you doing, Bridget?
Really good, guys. How are you?
We are doing fantastic, and we're just thrilled to have you back on the show again. You are becoming a regular here. In fact, I figure a couple more of these, and you're going to actually have to add us to your bio as a contributor.
Okay. Deal.
So there's some really cool things happening over at Legend of the Seeker, and we had to get you on to talk about them. Sounds like your Valentine's Day special is going to get a little steamy.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this episode. Seriously, I've just been biting my nails, and I never tell any of my family or friends to watch the show. I get too shy and embarrassed, and I don't want to be like, hey, you got to tune in. But this is the first one where I think I'm going to be sending out some emails to be like, all right, it's time to tune in, guys. This is the one for me, because it's a whole lot of me. I hope you're prepared to get really sick of my face, because it's me times 2, actually. So
that's what I'm reading. Yeah, that's what I'm reading here.
It's pretty wild.
You're doing a split personality thing here.
Yeah. The episode is really cool, really well written. It's it explores this idea that you've got different sides of your personality. Everybody does. And what happens when when Kaylin gets split in 2, and without that other part of her personality to kind of balance the other one and keep the other one in check, it can really kind of spin out of control. And so that's exactly what happens to Kaylin. So one side is this confessor side, and she's the one with the power, and she's all about duty and responsibility and ruling. And the other side of her is without that, and she's just Kaylin's warm, beautiful heart that just is all love and emotion. And so it was really like playing 2 characters I've never played before, but they were part of Kaylin. It was quite bizarre, and there were days where I was getting sort of schizophrenic, and I was like, okay, who am I? Wait a minute. So it was a great shooting. It was incredibly exhausting. I was nearly falling over at the end of every day, because I was in every shot and every setup, and it was pretty fun, but a ton of fun. And I think that the end product you guys will dig. So yeah. Wow.
Well, I know we've been really enjoying the new season, and you guys are.
Hey, it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, you've really taken the gloves off on this one.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I love the show this season. It's just it's even more epic, and it's sexier, and Kara's here, and she challenges us, and everything's changing and evolving, and everybody's characters are being challenged quite a bit. So we're having a ball.
Oh. Have you gotten a lot of fan feedback on how deeper the characters are getting, or how much fun they're having watching this new season?
I mean, we people kind of buzz about the ratings at work sometimes, so you kind of hear about that now and again. But that's one of the weirdest things about doing television. I grew up doing theater, and you'd have that immediate response from the audience. You'd hear them applaud, you'd hear them laugh, you'd hear them, you'd see the guy sleeping in the front row if you didn't like it. So it's so hard in TV when you don't know what people are thinking and what they, if they're liking what you're doing. So it is a bit of a struggle, and it's like, well, what do you do? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to hop on message boards and read what everybody thinks, or I hear what my mom thinks. She likes it, and friends and things like that. But no, I don't really know that much until I talk to someone, or someone stops me on the street or something like that.
Well, speaking of the message boards and the sexier edge to this show, you've had a wardrobe change.
Hell yeah. The funny thing about the costume is everybody goes, gosh, even just the crew guys, when I walked on set the first day, that was a funny day at work, actually, I gotta tell you. Everybody was going, what? All the cameras and the grip guys and the lighting boys, it was pretty funny. Anyhow, the costume is actually it looks really different. But Kaylin's always worn that corset and boots and that belt. It's just she's ripped some slits in her skirt, and she's ripped out the lining of her old jacket and stuck it in there. So Beanie and I, Jane Holland, who's the customer, we collaborated a lot on it, and I really wanted Kaylin to become more of a warrior and have that be reflected in what she wears and explore this harder side of her. And I really think it does. And I like the idea that cars maybe rubbed off on her a little bit. And she's kind of going, hey, that looks a bit more convenient to fight it in pants. Maybe I'll just rip my skirt to do some splits so I can kick a bit higher and, maybe fight a bit better. So
see, and I think you're just I just think you're doing it just to torture Richard. That's what I think.
I haven't heard that one. That's brilliant. That's great. I'm going to tell Craig that. He'll like it. So are you looking forward to getting to play more with the weapons since your wardrobe is now more weapons appropriate?
Yeah, I like Dana, who's my stunt woman, and she does all the choreography for Kaylin. She is brilliant, Dana Chiplin, and she whenever she's allowed, she is grabbing something other than daggers, just because I think, you just get bored, you want to do other things. And even today she was out on set and we're collaborating about this next fight. And we're already up to F20 right now. And we're going, what could she do? What could be different, And we're always trying to think of new things. But that sword fight that we have done, and Canada does a bit more sword play later on, it's really cool and it's really fun. And you have a very sore shoulder and forearm at the end of that day, but it's awesome.
Well, I think one of the more interesting developments is Keisha. Is it Keisha? Keisha Castle Hughes? Is that her name? Yeah. Coming on to the show, awesome. And her character has thrown quite a wrench into the works.
Yeah, well, I mean, just putting that, she's playing the creator, which we have been talking about more this season than last, and it really kind of spins everything upside down. And Keisha is such a brilliant actress and so cool to work with. And she's just one of the many incredible guests we've had this season, and it's been awesome. She's one of my favorites for sure. We also had Michael Nori out, and he plays my father in an upcoming episode, and that was another one of the most rewarding acting experiences I can say I've had to date. And we just had John Rhys Davies out, and he was beautiful as well. I mean, it's just one after the other. They've really brought some amazing talent to the show, which just excites us all. We all get all energized, and everybody's really excited to talk to John about Indiana Jones, and talk to Keisha about Whale Rider and everything, and it's quite cool.